Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing an EIK WM France deck G4, 5, 6 game with also G and N and WA. Not sure what decks those are. N and WA is. Oh, FL and NL. Okay. Hopefully we don't have any of the attack cards. There's some attack cards in those sets. Hopefully they are not enabled. Let's take a look at this first pack. I'm going to have to do some reading. Fishing or bake bread without placing a person. No thanks. Elder looks awful. Harlequin. That looks okay actually. Because I can be the start player and go on traveling players and get a vegetable. And if I'm in position 4, then I get a bonus point, which seems pretty cool. Turn a food into grain, wood into clay, clay into reed, reed into stone, sheep into boar, boar into cattle. That looks kind of interesting. So the reedstone food space. Oh, it's accumulation spaces. Okay, so that's maybe a little weaker. Something to consider on the rebound. But yeah, it looks like Harlequin is the pick. So I don't need to pick it here, but something like Bargain Hunter with Harlequin is not bad because I'm incentivizing people to go on it, which means I get stuff myself. I think Tax Collector is pretty good. I like Hobby Farmer. Resource Seller is pretty good, but I think I take Engineer here. If I take Engineer and I get Bargain Hunter back, that seems pretty good. Resource Seller and Tax Collector. Oh, okay, so the two combos I like here are Resource Seller plus Tax Collector, and then Bargain Hunter and Engineer. I think I'll take Engineer. There's a chance I get like Resource Seller back. Yeah, I like Engineer quite a bit. Strong card. Obviously, it's fantastic when you're doing a lot of start player family growth. And since we got a filter on, probably should expect that the miners I'm going to get are going to be pretty good. So then a card like Engineer gets even stronger than it is. So seems okay. I said, please don't make it draft 10 when I joined the lobby. And Last was like, oh, that makes me sad. I don't think it makes a difference. I'm like, well, if you're draft 10 plus having a filter, like, yeah, that makes a difference. That makes a difference. So Harlequin and Engineer are both cards I hope to get out early. Position 2, 3, 4. I assume that means relative to the start player. Okay. Looking at this pile, let's see what this bargain harvester does. Whenever you harvest a bunch of goods, you get stuff. Doesn't look like I'm going that way right now. Um, hmm. Sugar daddy or gardener's wife? So I've seen manservant out there, so there's a potential like pretty strong stone house reno strategy. I think probably I want to do a big family because like it gives me more actions to go on traveling players. Although Baker is pretty Baker's not bad. I could take Sugar Daddy, Baker, or Gardener's Wife. I think those are my three best options. Horseman is not bad if I get stable support, but so Baker gives food, Gardener's Wife gives vegetable, which Harlequin does as well. Although Harlequin also gives sheep stone bonus points. So I pretty much want to make a cooking hearth. So if I want to make a cooking hearth, I probably don't want Baker. So then I'm looking at Sugar Daddy or Gardener's Wife. And Gardener's Wife is a bit more flexible. Might mean I get too much vegetables, but I think it's okay. Tinkerer. Action space for you only. Can use it to get a stone, reed, clay, wood. That'd be quite good if I got the resource gatherer back. There's Gelder, which we've had some discussions about. Building planner. One stable, round 6. 4 fences, round 8. And a wood room, round 10. Now, I do not have a surplus of wood available to me yet. I have not seen that. So I'm thinking Gelder, Tinkerer, Building Planner. With Gardener's Wife, I probably want to do a big family, in which case Tinkerer and Gelder are a bit better. Although Building Planner seems kind of interesting. The fact that Harlequin gives sheep, if I could make space to hold the sheep, then I can delay my cooking hearth a little bit. I wish I knew what I was getting back out of my first pile. Let's assume I get the traveling player's minor guy. Which one would that card prefer? Probably not Building Planner. Probably Gelder. Alright, let's try Gelder here. Whoa. Well, Eremite came back, which is anti-combo with my Engineer. Plowmaker seems good. Plowmaker, Pig Breeder, one of those two. Not Eremite, not with Engineer in hand. Probably Plowmaker. Looks to be the best card here. Oh, there's Bargain Hunter. Okay. Oh, that's right. It was in the pile with Engineer. I forgot about that. Tax Collector came back. That is very surprising. I think Tax Collector is pretty good. But I think this looks like a pretty cool Bargain Hunter game. I don't know exactly what miners I'll have, but the fact that it's free with Engineer and the fact that buffing up the traveling player space means my Harlequin will proc more often. Yeah, that looks all right. So what I'd like to see is I'd like to see a miner. I'd like to see an occupation that like miners that let me play occupations, and I want to see miners that help me in the early game. Miners that I want to like push out quickly. Actually, like miner cooking hearth, miner fireplace would probably be pretty good. Well, supervisor and plowmaker is sort of a combo, and I have extra actions with Gelder. Yeah, I really don't think I'm going to play Baker, not with Harlequin and Gardener's Wife. Don't think I'm going to want to do a lot of baking. So Supervisor looks okay. I could take Bargaining Harvester just because if I get Machete, Harvesting a grain field with machete is a boar each harvest or a sheep each harvest, which is okay. What are the odds that it's better than supervisor? You know what? Yeah. I don't think I'm likely to play supervisor. So bargaining harvester, we'll try that one. Um, well, green pepper patch. Plant vegetables as you would on a field. So, and you get a food. So that's interesting. Dragonfly Pond is not pretty. It's pretty good with Bargain Hunter. I think I would play. Well, it's a little awkward because I'd have to play Bargain Hunter first, and then Engineer wouldn't be able to be out. Uh, I'm not sure what I should take here. Festival Hall with the Bargaining Harvester is kind of something, and Plowmaker if I can get a way of getting 2 grain. Pretty sure the pick is Tuileries Garden or Backyard Well. Pretty sure it's not even Green Pepper Patch. Like Tuileries or Backyard Well, I think are the pick. And hmm, Tuileries Garden comes out a bit faster with Bargain Hunter, which is nice, but it's very expensive. The stone is really, really prohibitive. Okay, let's try it. I'm probably getting a stone miner back. Hopefully I get Clockwork Servant. I don't think I'll get Backyard Well back, but sometimes people undervalue it. So, well, Powder Keg will be pretty good for the Stonehouse Reno player. Comic Shop. Action space for all players. The work phase, that player may place up to... Oh, so it gives you faster actions. So you use an action and then you get faster actions. So that would be pretty strong in the end of the game, especially. I mean, it's good if you can like pull off stealing family growth, I guess, with it. Wooden Gable. End of the game, if all of your rooms hold exactly 1 family member, 3 bonus points. That's okay. Private Forest. Private Forest is not bad here. Whistle is not bad. I would take Whistle if I didn't already have, if I had taken the stable guy. I could take Stone Cart. Stone Cart gets me more stone for my Tuileries Garden. Think this looks like Private Forest though. Private Forest getting me a ton of wood with Engineer and with Bargain Hunter. There's like pretty flexible timing on it. So let's go Private Forest. Yeah, and then hopefully Whistle or Stone Cart will come back. That would make me happy. Oh, I didn't really read the WL card. I kind of forgot about that. Oh, that was dumb. Uh, Poorhouse. No thanks. Evening prayer. Although I do have a way of spending my food with Bargain Hunter, although I get it back. Evening prayer is okay. Although I probably want to plow after Tuileries is out. Kitchen table, no thanks. Candy room. Think I probably should take candy room just to block it. Although chocolate is not bad. Chocolate is actually pretty good here. Hmm. Yeah, passing candy room to the Stonehouse Reno player is a little scary. So we've got Drained Ponds, Honeymoon, Grade Mill Oven, Huntsman's Rifle. I think what I gotta do is I gotta take Grade Mill Oven here. Well, actually, let's think about this a bit. So, Grain Mill Oven is a stone miner for engineer. It also makes clay oven and stone oven buyable with bargain hunter. Um, which is pretty strong. Being able to build those strong improvements with bargain hunter is quite nice. It's a double proc of engineer, like 2 rounds in a row. Yeah, I think I have to take grain mill oven. I think just the power level out of it will be very high. So yeah, not too surprising that that card didn't come back. Lumber is potentially an option here with bargain hunter. It's just like a reasonable action early. Clockwork Man makes my Tuileries Garden a bit better, comes out a bit quicker. Festival Hall is fine. I like Green Pepper Patch here. Um, Although I think I might get like an excess of vegetables, and I don't know if I want to sow that much. Like, not until later in the game. So, I think Clockwork Man is probably 1 stone for 2 points. Or 1 stone for a point and 2 food seems pretty good. The fact that I don't have to use actions for any of these is quite nice as well. The engineer can pay for my bargain hunter. Yeah. Yeah, this seems okay. Not totally sure about this play, but we'll give it a shot. I like Clockwork Man does help my Tuileries Garden come out faster, but I'm not sure if I would want to rush out Tuileries Garden with Grain Mill Oven in hand. Like, I would need a lot of stone to make that work. Now, if Harlequin can give me stone, Gelder can give me stone, although Gelder probably not coming out until later in the game. Gotta plan this out a little bit, because I don't want Engineer Bargain Hunter to delay my family growthing too much. As good of a combination as it is. Well, it would be a pretty good combo. Like Bargain Hunter playing Grain Mill Oven into tossing it for the Stone Oven. That's 2 stone miners, so that's plus a food each time. Front Garden, end of the game 1 bonus point for each unused farmyard space next to your house. Oh, that's fine. But I think the pick is pretty clearly Stone Cart. With Stone Cart, just like Private Forest, I can get it out that little bit earlier with Bargain Hunter. So I'm really hoping to get Occupation round 1. Because if I get Occupation round 1, I can play Engineer. And then I can start player Private Forest. Yeah. Or take 2 clay or whatever. Yeah, I really want to play Engineer into Bargain Hunter into Harlequin. Some kind of combination along those lines. And then the rest of my cards can come out a bit later. Gardener's Wife, round 5 or 6, depending on when I'm going to get family growth. Gelder late in Plowmaker later in the game, certainly. Bargaining Harvester is dependent on what's going on. If Tuileries Garden goes off a bunch, Bargaining Harvester might be very, very playable, but Gold Mine. Gold Mine will actually kind of low-key power out my stone oven and my clay oven with grain mill oven. So I need to be flexible enough that I can take good actions early. So we start 4th, which is pretty much the worst place to start in. But hopefully someone drafted a no occupation early strategy. And if that happens, that would be great. But Boot starts with Fencing Master. Bad sign. Fencing Master wants to play occupations. Let's hope Bigfoot goes 3 wood. But probably Bigfoot plays an occupation. I should have proposed that going forth house rule. Hey, that works. All right. We will absolutely play engineer. And now we're quite happy playing start player private forest. Although I doubt it'll come back. We might see Bigfoot playing a wood miner on start player. But you never know. What good miners were there for round one? Um, Private Forest is the best for sure. Private Forest is like a reason unto itself. Oh, of course, Evening Prayer. So last probably with Evening Prayer in hand. But so we've got to keep that in mind. So that's actually pretty good because it should make occupation that little bit easier to get on. And especially because I pretty much want to get occupation round 1, 2, 3. Especially in round 3, getting cheap occupation is pretty good. Or it can be difficult to do. Oh, Dragonfly Pond, of course. Yep, that's a card that makes you want to go on there. So the question is 2 wood or 2 clay. Whatever Bigfoot gives me, that's what I take. Two clay's fine. Okay, well, we get occupation here. Now, cheap occupation doesn't seem likely to come back, but we're pretty sure last is not taking occupation. So let's be a little greedy here. Do I play Harlequin here or do I play Bargain Hunter? I think I play Bargain Hunter first. Yeah. The only player it makes a difference for is Bigfoot. And Bigfoot took 3 wood instead of occupation round 1. So I think there's a chance occupation. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Boot is taking Ock here. But if Boot doesn't take Ock, then there's a chance it comes back to me for sure. Whenever you play an improvement, 1 food before paying the cost. So that means I'm allowed to play Private Forest here. So I think I probably play 2 Clay Fireplace as my second action. The rest of these moves are pretty weak. Bigfoot plays Resource Seller. Yeah, the rest of these actions are quite weak, so 2 Clay Fireplace looks pretty good. It also gets me a food, which then lets me play Private Forest at the start of round 3. Boot says Bigfoot build a room. Maybe it's going to be family growth round 3. Bigfoot plays Park Cemetery. I would not mind taking that. Taking a stone from Plow a Field would be just fine for me. So I'll play Private Forest here with my Bargain Hunter. So I left with no food in my supply. Sheep does come round 3, so that helps. That means I have a 4 food action available in round 4. So that's good. There's 4 wood available to me. There's reedstone food. There's plow and a stone. Wood. So I could take 4 wood or I can take food here. I think I'll take the food. I would like to have played Harlequin first, but I think this is okay. Yeah, passing the wood is kind of painful. So we're pretty sure Lass is going to take play Evening Prayer with her second action, start player Evening Prayer. Boot plays Occupation Witch of Harlem. Maruska says, hi, can you remind me what Harlequin does? It gives you a payout whenever people go on traveling players. So I'd probably play it here on Expensive Occupation. I think so. Although people are not all that likely to take it next round, so maybe I can be a little patient. Just a little patient. Take 3 wood. Yeah, I could take 3 food, kind of. It's not exactly, I can activate it, yeah. So whenever anyone does, I get a payout. That's right. 3 wood seems fine. So 2 reed would be nice. Yeah, I know I can. I know I can. I said whenever anyone takes traveling players, I get a payout. Anyone, including myself. Last not taking Evening Prayer here is interesting. Maybe recognizing that food's a little tight with sheep coming round 3 and the fact that I have the... so I'll play a miner. I will play chocolate here. Since I have, I get the food back. I get the food back from engineer, and 1 extra food goes on traveling players, and then that lets me play my Harlequin without affecting my feeding for this harvest. I could take 3 wood or 2 reed. 2 reed is quite good for me, but I really want to get this Harlequin out. And Boot seems to be taking occupation pretty aggressively. So if I take it here, I get a sheep. So I could traveling players and get a sheep here. So I make the traveling player space better for my opponents to take, but I get the compensation of whenever they take traveling players or myself, I'm getting something out of it. So looks good to me. So round 5 we will play Stone Cart, and Stone Cart is going to be 2 wood into 5 stone, which looks quite good. I'm going to want a lot of stone to play stuff like Clockwork Man, Grain Mill Oven, Tuileries Garden, Grain Mill Oven. I already said Grain Mill Oven. And then I love a card like Grain Mill Oven here because it's going to enable me to build more miners than I would normally, which is great, like really key for a card like Bargain Hunter. Because usually a card like Bargain Hunter, you lose a little bit because later on you... this is going to be hard to keep track of, how the boot is able to take stuff. The Witch of Harlem. Because Bigfoot plays a cooking hearth here. Okay. So I could plow and get a stone. Stone is nice. Or I can take 3 wood. I think I take 3 wood. I could traveling players and get... Oh, you know what? If I don't take... I need to take something so that I can... Yeah. No, I want to take something that enables me to use my stuff next round. Let's grab a sheep and 2 food. It's not great, but it's better than traveling players. Yeah, because I want to play Stone Card in round 5. If I don't play Stone Card in round 5, I lose out on a stone. So, seems like a reason enough to push it out here. So between Stone Card and Gelder, I should have plenty of access to stone. Assuming I have family growth early enough and I have lots of actions. That'll be kind of the determining factor. Boot needs food. How is Boot getting food? Converted a clay to a reed. Are they taking traveling players? No, they would day labor ahead of traveling players. This is interesting. Lass, again, not playing Evening Prayer, but instead playing Powder Keg. Alright. Maybe has a miner they want to hold off on. Also, this enables a 6 wood action or first room in round 5. Both of which are great options. And there you go. Round 5 family growth. Build a room into family growth very happily. She says tough call. I don't really think it's a tough call. Sucks passing the boot 6 wood, but that's just part of it. I'll play an improvement. I'll play my stone cart. So I extra food on traveling players, and of course I get the food back from engineer, so I don't end up actually paying a food. Not without replenishing it. So interesting choice for Bigfoot here. Does he choose to start player? If he chooses to start player, then nope, going for the 4 wood. Interesting. Well, I would like reed. The fact that I don't have reed is kind of a problem. I think, though, I take traveling players here and get a bonus point. This game is kind of food tight, with family growth coming when it did. I would like Reedstone food, but I think the bonus point is worth something as well. And then my second action, maybe plow. I don't think Reedstone food will come back, but if it does, that would be great. Okay, there was some delay. There was some no occupation play. Last with alms. I would assume she has evening prayer as well. Boot plays Thatcher. So Boot really just wants 1 more wood. Oh, someone put my Harlequin goods up at the top. Just for reference. Maybe. So yeah, Reedstone food, 4 clay, plow. Any of those are fine. What would my favorite be? I'm not sure. Maybe I should play Gardener's Wife here. Well, not over Reedstone Food. If Reedstone Food comes, I have to take Reedstone Food. But how much do I want for clay? I have to think about that a little bit. For clay pays for grain mill oven and clay oven. So I think I probably have to take for clay here. I don't see a real good reason not to. Yeah, I could plow. This is surprising. Both Bigfoot and Boot are agreeing not to fight over the room in round 6, which is pretty weird. Pretty weird. I'll play an improvement. I'll play gold mine here. I'm not likely to take the 1 stone accumulation space this round, but I might take it next round when there's 2 stone on it. Last gets on Reedstone Food. Bigfoot has built a room fall into his lap. Doesn't seem to be that much to think about here, but last is she, I assume so. What was the thinking? I don't. Maybe thinking that he might starve. Okay, I guess starving is a thing. These guys keep forgetting to put the food onto traveling players, which is kind of annoying. Because oh well, when did I get my point? I got it in. Did I get it last round? So maybe they did put it on. Yeah, I did it first action in round 5. So they did put the food on. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Carpenter here for Bigfoot. Okay, so this is why. Now Bigfoot can grow 2 rounds in a row because he can double build in round 7. So that works out nicely for him. So I'll take 2 reed. I need the reed. I need to start being able to threaten that I can build a room at least. And if someone else gets the 2 reed, then it sets me back even farther on building my own rooms. Last builds the well. Spam your Play-ag wells in chat. Wonder if she took wishing well. Oh, Boot has animal pen. Not bad. Not bad. That helps with your feeding. So 3 wood is my best case scenario here, I think. Bigfoot has to take food here. If Bigfoot doesn't take food, how does he build grow next round? Fortunately for him, I'm not able to start player and take wood with the same action. If I was able to, like if I had lumber in hand, I could jump him for the family growth queue, which would be kind of nice. I think I can be a little patient. I want to take 2 stone next round, get a grain so that I can start baking when I build grain mill oven. Yeah. I could start player, and that would force someone else to have to take start player from me in round 8. Like start player into 6 wood. Now, is last going to give me 6 wood? Probably not. So we'll just take the 3 wood ourselves. And now Bigfoot has to, if Bigfoot doesn't build for whatever reason, then I get to build, which seems fine. Will I have to start player this round? I might. I might have to start player to get on build room round 8. Although build room round 8 is a lot less valuable with Bigfoot being able to build 2 rooms because he'll get growth in those 2 rounds. So maybe I can delay getting on the build room space a bit. If I can, then I can do 2 stone and occupation gardener's wife would be the plan. Bigfoot asks bargain. No. No, I don't do it here. Yeah, so Bigfoot looks like he's going to build the clay oven. Considering he just got a grain off of fishing there. Looks pretty good. That card seems cool. Yeah, no miner here. I'll play... I don't want to play Clockwork Man because I want to leave a stone up for Grain Mill Oven in case I have to start player here. And I don't think I want to... I guess I could have played Grain Mill Oven myself, eh? I didn't really think about that. I think that was probably an oversight. Let's grab 2 stone and a grain. I'm kind of thinking I want to play Grain Mill Oven when I'm going to family grow Stone Oven. If I assume that Clay Oven is already gone and already dead to me. But I could have playered Clay Oven ahead of Bigfoot. Like after Bigfoot takes the fishing, if I had played Grain Mill Oven, then I could start player Clay Oven. So maybe that was a mistake. Might have been a mistake. Boot gets to bake in a very strong position. My family growth is looking farther and farther away. Bigfoot plays whistle. Yeah, so Lass is able to... whoops. Lass is able to build a room first action next round. Does she want to? I mean, with Powder Keg, I'm guessing she probably has some kind of Stone Miner or Stone House card. So I could gamble that she doesn't want to build another room, but if it falls into her lap, how do you not, right? Three wood or start player. Those are my options. I think we'll start player. I could have totally stolen that grain mill oven or that clay oven, but whoops, only one. And what did I gain? A 2 stone action that nobody wanted? Oh well. Yeah, I should have played Grain Mill Oven. Oh well, that's part of the game. Part of the game. The fact that Witch of Harlem buffs up any food grab seems pretty nice. Like it makes fishing 3 food and a grain, which is like a great action, especially early in the game. All right. Well, I'll pay a food. I'll toss green mill oven. So put a food on traveling players. And then, so that was -1 food. I get 2 food for engineer. And then I bake for another 4. And we'll first action build, because that seems like a winning strategy. uh, Second action, occupation gardener's wife. Pretty sure traveling players is getting taken by someone before it comes back. If it comes back, I could think about 5 food and a vegetable. 5 food and a vegetable, I mean, I get the vegetable, which is comparable to gardener's wife. Yeah, so last finally plays her evening prayer, which we expected a long time ago, having forgotten about Alms House, or not Alms House, but Alms. Last plays manservant and social climber. Yep, there's that stonehouse strategy that I predicted. So now she gets the reno this round. Boot. So what do I get here? I get a stone. Bigfoot plays family growth. So I could take 3 wood or play gardener's wife. Gardener's wife seems a lot less necessary with Tuileries and gold mine in hand. And the fact that I might not grow that many more times. So maybe 3 wood here is the way to go. I could take 4 clay, but what's the clay for? I'm probably not going to build another room, so wood is for fencing. Seems okay. I could have maybe played Plowmaker, but I'll probably play Tuileries on... I'll play Clockwork Man with Bargain Hunter and then play Tuileries on Family Growth. That'll get me another 4 food next round, which is pretty good. Oh, this is interesting. With Powder Keg, Lass can play stone cards quite aggressively, like Backyard Well. And we had Bigfoot playing Farm Stable. Yeah, getting a stone does work nicely for me. You're right, Maruska, because it lets me play Clockwork Man into Tuileries Garden. So I have 3 more wood coming in, 3 more stone coming in. So the 3 stone can go to my stone reno, because I know I'm going to spend all my stone this round. I've got 3 clay. Broom instead of gold mine would be better. Yeah. Yes, broom would have been very good. But there are not too many hands that broom doesn't make better. Yeah, broom. Imagine if I had broom with bargain hunter and engineer. Just play a miner every round the whole game. That would have been fun. So I'm in a decent place on my reno because I have 3 clay in my supply. That's enough to reno a 3-room house. My stone cart income will pay for my stone reno. So all I need is 2 reed and then 7 wood. And probably more than 7 wood because I want a fence earlier than round 14. But I'm not in a bad position at all. Not at all. Boot plays. Axe. Wow, that plus Thatcher looks pretty good. Pretty scary. And Fencing Master. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what else Last took. Because Last took the Stone House Reno cards, which is great for Boot. Because Boot got all the family growth cards and just like a lot of power. Like, got Animal Pen and Axe, which is quite good, especially with Thatcher. And he probably didn't first pick Thatcher, which means Last took something that knew she was passing Axe to someone she passed Thatcher to. So yeah, not that Thatcher is like amazing, but it's certainly something. Bigfoot plays Boyer. Play Clockwork Man plus a food. I hope nobody first action builds a room. That would be pretty annoying. I don't think they're likely to, but if they did, it would be especially annoying. Do I play Gardner's Wife here? I don't think so. I think Gardner's Wife is kind of dead. There's no guarantee I even get fifth family growth. I mean, on 3 rooms, getting family growth even without will be pretty good, but I'm also out of minors. So, like, taking start player is going to be difficult. Yeah. Yeah, there's a ton of stone in this game. Like, so much extra stone. So, 3 wood, plow. I could occupation plowmaker just to get it out there. Is that better than. Is occupation plowmaker better than 3 wood? Probably not. I might not even play plowmaker just because Tuileries Garden, I'll pretty much want a first action plow for the rest of the game once it's out there. So yeah, three wood seems fine. Boot plays, so he does play comic shop. Hmm. So you use an action to upgrade your action in your last action of 1 round to upgrade your future action in the next round. I mean, it would be good if I knew I was going to be start player. Like if I could start player round 12 and then last action comic shop. That's not bad. Not bad at all. So Tuileries Garden, even though I only have 3 plate occupations, Clockwork Man counts as an occupation. FF feed 5. So now I just want to take plow 1 field for the rest of the game. Last fence is 9. Eyeing maybe a 3 boar grab next round. I think Bigfoot probably takes the boar. He would like the food. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I'll have enough actions for Gelder. Plowmaker will be fine. I could definitely play Plowmaker. I don't need to rush it, I don't think, but playing Plowmaker will be fine. Bargaining Harvester might be playable. Getting the boar might be like action neutral, kind of. And it's free with chocolate. My minor hand is now empty. Be interesting to see if Bigfoot comic shops here. Because he has 2 actions, and maybe he thinks, the board's pretty weak. Take 2 boar and then comic shop. Then that enables like a 4 wood and 6 clay grab next round. In the work phase of the following 2 rounds. So he would not just get it round 10, he would get it round 11 as well. So you could kind of sit on start player if you wanted. And the thing about comic shop, which seems deadly, if you have 4 people, you can do 2 actions at once, and then the second time it's your turn, use 2 actions again. Last person can use comic shop, preventing anybody else from being able to do so. Oh man, this card is going to be really, really scary. Ugh. Yeah, I hope this is maybe a card that needs to be banned, because it's going to be like way too annoying. Has to come out in round 8 or 9. Yeah. I don't know. Might be one of those cards that benefits your opponents more than it benefits you. Although it does give you 3 points, so hard to see how that would be the case. Bigfoot builds another 2 rooms. Yeah, Bigfoot will be well positioned to take advantage of comic shop himself, so yep. Bigfoot plays corral. 2 animals in each unsowed field beside your house. 1 bonus point for each corral that holds an animal. So all your empty fields beside your house are now worth 1 bonus point. Looks good. I will first action plow, although I have a feeling that Bigfoot is going to plow himself. I think he's probably playing corral and plow together. Nope, taking that. Okay, well that works for me. Won't complain. And we'll grab, do we grab a grain here or a vegetable? The vegetable will clear off, but I get vegetable potentially from Harlequin, which I don't otherwise, and the grain is worth food when I sow it, so yeah, that's something. So if 3 wood could come back, that would be pretty cool. I could occupation Gelder and then 1 cattle. And then sit on 1 cattle and 1 boar for the rest of the game. The problem is I don't have places to hold them. I really need places to hold animals before I start doing that. Says, how do you get 2 wood? Good question. Wrong card. Okay. So who was the start player this round? It was Bigfoot. So if I take traveling players, I get 1 stone. Don't really want 1 stone. I'll take 2 read with my next action. I could think about just going to a clay house and building joinery. Not because I don't love major and minor actions right now. I mean, I can upgrade to a cooking hearth, which is fine. It is a free point, I guess. Yeah, maybe I 2 read into Reno cooking hearth upgrade, or 2 read into comic shop. Also an option. Interesting to note that Bigfoot did not double action there. Could have, but did not. Last play Sugar Daddy. Yep, we figured something like that was coming. Boot plays Family Growth Drained Pond. This is the last time to make it work. Yeah, we're just behind, unfortunately. This is what happens when you grow fourth in a round 5 family growth game. And I was the only person that had to start player to get my build room action. Boot and I were the only 2 players that had to start player to get a build room action, which is just brutal. Just brutal. And Boot didn't have to do it until his 4th and 5th growth, which he'll get with very little work. So I'm kind of screwed, unfortunately. He could have taken his 3rd and 4th consecutively, yep. So get a cooking hearth upgrade. So I'm second, which means I could get a sheep on traveling players. But I'll take 4 wood if it's an option. I'm in a pretty good position where I can be the first person to comic shop here. Oh no, never mind. Bigfoot can comic shop with his 2nd action. That sucks. I could start player here, but it's a total gamble that Plauso will come out, so no go on that. Take 4 wood. Maybe I fence next round. I maybe should do that. Or fence this round. If I do want to build joinery, fencing this round is fine. Depends on if I think I'm going to get 2 random stone. Now, I can take stone to take grain, but I'd rather just plow one field to take grain. That seems like a better way of getting it. I would like Bigfoot to play a passing miner. I would like that. Don't think it's likely, but it would be great if Bigfoot could just play a passing miner. Um, I probably want to plow sow in round 14, so I think fencing 12 here is fine. It also means that if somebody gives me a sheep randomly, that I can hold them. Fence 12. Now my last action can be comic shop if Bigfoot does not take it himself. I think he might, but you never know. Being able to start player and plow, and then plow sow family growth round 13 would be awesome. But that's only if... Yeah. I mean, obviously that depends on a lot of things. Last plays Pig Breeder. She can take an extra pig while she does it, which is pretty cool. Takes a cattle though, so you can breed the cattle. Looks pretty good. Well and backyard well. Not bad. Not bad. Is it enough to beat Bigfoot? I don't know if it... Or not Bigfoot. Enough to beat Boot? I don't know if it is. Bigfoot's in a little tough just because he needs a ton of wood at the end of the game here, and so does Boot. And Boot has more actions, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see. So if Bigfoot doesn't comic shop here, I absolutely will. Feed 6, harvest. So basically I'm saying using this action to upgrade my future actions will be worth it. I'm really hoping that Bigfoot stays start player. If Bigfoot stays start player, then I feel good about this comic shop action. Boot might start player. Definitely possible. Yeah, or last, because last start player honeymoon, because why not? Why wouldn't you? That's a shame. Well, probably means family growth does not come back to me, but if it does, great. Probably means I don't get start player or plow on field, which is really tough. Yeah. Oh, here's a passing miner. Yay! Passing miner! And actually, Bigfoot needs the food, so pretty good chance he does play it. Passing miner that kind of enables the joinery play. Sure, I'll take that. Last gets family growth, because of course she does. I know I'm complaining, but like, holy, that is pretty fortunate for her. I mean, if I get 3 sheep and 2 boar, I can't complain too much. If those are the 2 actions that come to me. Wonder if I need to play Plowmaker this round. I don't love start player here because it's start player nothing, but don't know how I don't do it. Start player nothing in 2 boar. This is where Broom would have been very good. Imagine if I could have played a point there. So family growth and plow sow, family growth and plow. Or I could occupation plowmaker with my next move, and then I could plow and plow sow. and do 5 fields while doing that. That's not bad. Yeah, I just don't have enough moves this game. Just not enough. Um, Bigfoot was the starting player, so I could take a 5 food and a sheep here on traveling players. Sure, why not? That pays for my next harvest. I could also take 2 cattle. 2 cattle is kind of interesting. Although I don't have room for 2 cattle, and I have a feeling that 1 cattle is going to get grabbed by someone who needs food. Last plays, clay delivery men. Sugar daddy giving goods basically means that occupation anything is good. Even if the clay doesn't look all that useful for her. I mean, she wouldn't mind 3 clay fireplace, but she already has more than 3 clay in her supply, so not super relevant. Boot gets another grain. Yeah, this Witch of Harlem looks pretty good. Oh, and now Bigfoot passes me the lumber. If only could have come a little earlier. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind start player lumber with my 3rd action round 13. That would probably be a fine move. And then I can build the joinery instead of renovating to a stone house. Or maybe I get a random something. I can also play it without using an action with Bargain Hunter. It's net plus 1 food. Now, of course, it does cost me converting a stone to a 3 wood, which I might not want to do. I might not want to do that, but it's an option. Oh, I forgot to convert to clay. I never changed my house. Forgot to update my house. Whoops. Whoopsies. Five food and a sheep is not a bad action. Yeah, the fact that Harlequin pays out on your own stuff is huge. Like, if it didn't do that, it would be pretty unplayable. Well, not unplayable, but it would be quite a bit weaker. So family growth and plow a field. So who's going to be the start player? That is an interesting question to be resolved. Boot probably start players. I would have to think, because it gives him the 2 best actions in round 14. Since he's got Comic Shop active for the last 2 rounds of the game. Yep, definitely. This This is start player wild game. Another passing miner. The thing I don't like about Comic Shop is that if I don't Comic Shop, I'm not getting. It means instead of getting like the third and the seventh and whatever action, I'm gonna get like the fifth and the 10th because every time Boot double and Bigfoot double take turns, that's like really bad for me because they just go so much. They're just gonna get so much bigger, so much faster than I am. Um, I would like to be able to reno to a stone house. Boot is also able to. Bigfoot needs 1 stone, which he might get from Boyer. Oh, he was skipped? Okay. Pass back to Bigfoot then. I guess if I'm if one of them doesn't reno, then I just play joinery, and that's fine. Joinery is like almost as good as reno fence, I think. Like it won't be significantly worse. What do I do here? Bargain harvester. Bargain harvester gets me a sheep in each of the next 2 harvests. That's not very much. Don't see what else I should do though. Kind of run out of points, and plow is going to get used up pretty quickly. Could take it stone and a grain. Yeah, this is not great. But to be honest, nothing is great for me here. I'm in a bad spot. My feeding is fine for this round. Next round I'll need food. Okay. Well, that might be 6 food. Or 5 food or whatever. Bake plus a grain. Yeah. Just too slow. Would have had a really good game if my game had gone a bit faster. Maybe not taking lumber was a mistake. Like the ability to bargain hunter lumber out to jump in the build a room queue would have been pretty important. Like if I can do that to get growth in round 7, that makes a big difference. To get room in to grow round 7, that makes a big difference, yeah. So maybe I should have taken lumber. I don't know what I took. I don't remember what I took over it. And I did bemoan not building the clay oven, but that would have made a difference. Not building the clay oven would have slowed down my reno. Although, do I want to reno that badly? I don't know if I do. That's hard to say. So I'll eat a boar to play lumber to start a next round. May as well. And I'll be third, so traveling players will give a stone, unfortunately. Yeah, was the action Harlequin worth it? A point that's only worth anything at the end of the game. It gave a sheep and a stone. The stone was relevant. The stone let me get the Tuileries out faster. So that was relevant. Hmm, I don't know. Hard to say. This looks like a big fat last place, though. But that's what happens when round five is family growth and you grow fifth. And I was, like I said, I was the only person that had to start player. Like Boot and Bigfoot did their handshake agreement that let like if Bigfoot doesn't beat Boot, I think it'll be like what were it'll be pretty clear like what were you doing? Why did you not start player in round five? Because like I get that double building with Carpenter was really appealing, but the boost that Boot got off that sequence was like unreal. Yeah. And has had a nice game. Got the well and backyard well and honeymoon. So lots of points. It doesn't. I don't think it'll be enough. It won't be enough to beat like a 5 room stone house Boot. So, but that's pretty common. Boot's a great player. Very often that they win. Very annoying that they played the comic shop. Very annoying. Yeah, maybe you can say my bargain hunter play was not good. Like I might not have had the right resources for it. Bigfoot is renovating. That's good. We're happy to see that. Because now we can reno joinery or reno fence. Either are fine. And he passes me wild game. I could eat something else to play wild game at the start of the round. Yeah? Okay. Sure. Get an extra couple food from eating that boar. So what would I eat? Eat a vegetable? Am I gonna have to eat a vegetable? If I have to eat a vegetable anyways, then it's probably worth. Eat a sheep. I'll eat a sheep. So -1 sheep. 2 food since I get the wild game back. Minus a boar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so boot doubled reno fence and plow. So pretty good. Pretty good. Obviously, playing the comic shop paid off when he was able to axe Thatcher. Pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Hopefully, I get a plow. I think plow is probably best case here. Plow, get a vegetable. Would be like a 4 point action, which would be quite nice. Family growth would be fine too. Yeah, so I guess Bigfoot is running out of points. So did the plow that I would have liked to have gotten. Um 2 point cattle, 3 point family growth. I guess I do the 3 point family growth. And it is 3 points because I'm gonna eat a sheep. So I have 9 food available to me. That gold mine grain will actually be worth a point. It looks like because I won't bake, and I won't sow anymore. So this is pretty pathetic. This is why you don't pick Tuileries Garden. because there's a chance that you only get to use it twice in the whole game. Oh, man. Just awful. Just very awful. Who's fourth? Last? Does last need food? Not really. Yeah, unlikely she takes traveling players. There's always a chance, but unlikely someone does a three food action. That gives me a bonus point. Only her. Oh, she's the only one that gives me the bonus point. Boot does sheep and 3 wood. Setting up for a joinery action, so I'm obligated to play joinery here, which means that I don't get to take a boar. Thanks, Boot. What a nice guy. I guess I can consider not playing joinery and playing lumber and getting stables. That is an option available to me. Yeah, I mean, 2 stables is 2 points, so I don't see any reason why I should do that. Yeah, I hate this comic shop is, yeah. This is another reason why people don't play these decks. 2 food. Hopefully my 1 point or my 2 point cattle action comes back. It might. Might not. I'm third again, so traveling players only gives me a stone. Man, if only I needed stone. That traveling players could have been awesome. My Harlequin. Like, I'm pretty happy with how I made it work, like engineer plus bargain hunter. I think it's worked out quite nicely. Um, I'll be interested to see the stats on Harlequin. Probably it was not a great first pick. Not that I had any better options, I don't think, but 53-point boot for the boot. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, I have 2 actions in a row for some reason. Oh, just because nobody else has moves. Yeah, Bigfoot hits 41. Like, oh man, I'm so surprised that I didn't beat the boot when I let that round 6 family growth fall into his lap. Like, oh man. Doesn't seem like a winning play. So I think no matter what we do here, it's 1 point. Well, the best we can do here is 1 point, put it that way. So 1 vegetable looks fine. Feed 9. Last with 45. No points from my chocolate. And only 1 bonus point. This will be a rough score. 37. Yikes. 38. Yeah, brutal. Yeah, too bad. It was too bad we didn't get to play Private Forest in round 1. Private Forest would have been quite a bit better than. What did we do? Day Labor? Yeah. Private Forest would have been much better than Day Labor. Almost didn't take it. Like, you're not. You can't be serious. He's not being serious there. Like, I get the appeal of double building for Bigfoot. Yeah, playing what's best for yourself versus having a chance to win. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. All right. Let's take a look at the draft here since I don't really know how to value any of those cards. 335, a 189. Oh, I don't need the links. So Harlequin Power 2.5, Social Climber quite a bit better. Plowmaker, Ermite, similar power, drafted later. So first pick Social Climber. So if I first pick Social Climber, do I second pick Manservant? Think I would probably still take Engineer because when you're renovating, you're getting stone to build stuff. But then I could take Sugar Daddy. So yeah, I think what we can say here is that I made a pretty big mistake not taking Harlequin over Social Climber. Looks like Social Climber is much better, much stronger card. So yeah, it looks like my draft I probably screwed up. So should have taken Social Climber, then I take Engineer, then I take Sugar Daddy. This pick doesn't matter too much. Yeah, Bargain Hunter only power 1. Hard to make work in a winning game, it looks like. Bargaining Harvester power 3.4, drafted 5th. Wow. That's something. Tuileries Garden over Dragonfly Pond. Yeah. Maybe then I take Parks. So yeah, so then I think what can happen is then I can do stuff like Park Cemetery. Well, I wouldn't first pick Park Cemetery here. That's not reasonable. Although Park Cemetery gets me Star Player Park Cemetery in round 1 gets me 2 stone. Because it gets you a reed stone food action and then it gets you a plow 1 field and a stone action, which you want as much stone as you can get with the Social Climber game. Yeah, so maybe that's the way I would have gone. Park Cemetery into probably still Private Forest, although Powder Keg is something. Yeah, probably still Private Forest. And then I can take Candy Room or Evening Prayer here. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, it would have been a very different game. Instead, I took Harlequin, which led me to prioritize Engineer and then play Bargaining Baker. So yeah, might have screwed up my first pick, which might have screwed up the whole game, which is interesting. Yeah. Bigfoot says, I thought I had another card. What, he thought he took, he thought Boyer was something different, I guess. Something that gave him wood. Okay. Well, that makes a big difference. Let's go with Lass's draft. Whoa, her pack first pick really sucked. Nothing over power 2. Jeez, brutal. She took Manservant, Sugar. Yeah, so then she got the Stone Reno cards. So she's like ebony shoe over animal pen. What does ebony shoe do? Why is okay? Where is it? FL, not NL. That's why I can't find it. There's still 9 rounds to play. Get 4 clay. Next player to have no unused farmyard spaces get 3 bonus points. Okay, so it's like Head of the Revolution, but you get clay instead of wood. Why did she think she was getting that? So the power was best, but what about her draft so far? Social climber, sugar daddy. What about that draft made her think that that was going to be good over animal pen? Yeah, definitely should have taken animal pen. And backyard well, I think backyard well is good with social climber. Powder keg makes a lot of sense with social climber with what you've already got set up. Yeah, so you can't criticize too much. Just that first pick, which is comparable to my first pick occupation mistake, I think. Although I wasn't passing to the eventual winner. What did boot draft? Fencing master. Yeah, the occupations were not great in this game. They were quite weak. Witch of Harlem power 0.7. So apparently it's quite difficult to make work. I'm really surprised. I think even just the ability to take fishing or traveling players and get a grain instead seems like pretty okay. So first pick Fencing Master, second pick Thatcher, third pick Witch of Harlem, and Resource Seller. Resource Seller over Hobby Farmer. I guess with Thatcher you're thinking about building a ton of rooms, maybe. Didn't take Tinkerer, which is interesting. I would have thought about Tinkerer with Resource Seller in hand. Took Building Planner instead. And then first pick Axe. Okay, first pick Axe, second pick Animal Pen. Yeah. Pretty good. That might have been like the 3 best cards that got played. Axe, Animal Pen, Dragonfly Pond. Might have been better than all of our occupations, because our occupations were pretty weak. Which, certainly if you play the 3 best cards in the game, then, or available in that game, or that get played in that game, that makes a difference. Anyways, that's going to be all from me. I'm going to go watch the Maple Leafs play. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I'll be back. I'll stream tomorrow, most likely. If I don't stream tomorrow, I'll stream Monday. But I think I'll probably stream tomorrow, so I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.